Hello one, hello all, and welcome to Sal or Jerry Field on this beautiful Friday evening. We got some men's lacrosse in front of us. They're about to get started. Both teams on the field. The Bulldogs taking their perfect 11-0 record to the test versus the visiting Burrillville Broncos, who come in with a league record of 4-6 at this point in the season. Throw away the league records, folks. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We got Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you Bulldog lacrosse here on this beautiful Friday night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Westerly High School Salvatore J.R. Geary Field for tonight's boys lacrosse contest.
Yep.
Just a reminder before we begin tonight's game that you are here as a spectator and you are encouraged to cheer.
And the players are on the field here, folks. Bulldogs missing one player, Matthew Garafola, on defense, who is a standout defensive player for them, so they're going to have to make up for that, and that's going to go on the shoulders of players such as Zach Morin, who is more than capable. It's going to take a couple players to make up for that gap, though. And like I said, throw out the records, folks. Even these teams on the lower half of the division they have nothing to lose. Love to play spoiler. So that's what we're dealing with. Getting some instructions on the field here as the officials getting the ball, and we're getting ready for face-off. So the Bulldogs taking their perfect record to the test on this Friday night here. Sal Jerry Field can't get a better setup. Next week, folks, in my mind, the regular season is over. It is play-in week next week, and then play-off week the week after. So I'm going to try to temper my enthusiasm a tiny bit tonight because it's going to be off the hook next week. And the opening face-off is still on the ground. Players don't know exactly where it is, and we got Bulldogs possession. Yes, Lance Williams has it. He's going to turn around, and Bulldogs going from right to left to get things started here. First face-off, a long one, goes to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs do have good news on the home front from a good source regarding Andrew Petroska, and who they've missed in the entire season, so you forget that, well, what a weapon that they've done this all without. But I don't want to give an exact date, but I heard that Tuesday is not an impossible hope, so we definitely hope to see him. There's no better time to add such a weapon for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs' first shot on goal is a goal. Number 12, Alex Leslie the Jr., right off the rip. Assist is going to go to Liam Aiden, and the Bulldogs are on the board with one. So, regarding the schedule, the Bulldogs, they can come out of here possibly, hopefully, at 12-0, and they don't get a break. Next week, they end their season. First of all, tomorrow they're going to play Stonington, and that's going to bring up their tempo without a doubt. Stonington's a quality club, to say the least, but it is non-league, so it has no bearing on the division. And the face-off, Williams again, two for two, has it for the Bulldogs. And he's going to let his offense set up. And to brother. And behind to Aiden.
Nice try.
Pass is picked off by number 15 of Burrillville. The Broncos. Good D on the play by Caleb Williams. I did not mean to call him just the brother, because he certainly on the field deserves his own identity. A huge, huge offensive weapon for this Bulldog team. And looking at the stats, they prove true, as he leads the team as a freshman with 32 goals through 10 games. That doesn't even count yesterday's game, or when they played Pontiac, so it's even more than that. So what a freshman campaign Caleb Williams is having. And behind the goal, being defended by Aiden, ran around to the top of the perimeter. Spreading things out a little bit, it looks like. They're attempting to. Seem pretty efficient passing the Broncos. And good D by Williams. Turns back in, nothing there. So good defense so far by the Bulldogs. As the Broncos are setting back up from the start. And spin move. 2 defenders step in. And that'll be a save by Ryder. And in the middle of the field, on the ground, picked up by Aiden. And he flings it ahead just to the side, trying to get it to Horton. Also big numbers considering, well, I have him on one sheet as a freshman, one as a sophomore. Either way, you just put, let me see here, 19 goals in the net. So he's had a great season. That's number 20. And Cassidy will grab it and puts it down in the middle of the field. Intended for John Sullivan, and Williams is going to come away with it, or he's at the ball actually, still loose. A lot of physical play going on down there. There is a whistle, and it's going to be in favor of Burrillville. So this Bulldog team with such a good defense and unbelievable goalie, best goalie in the division, also has an excellent offense that's just going to add an attacker next week. So that is great news. I'm telling you right now, spring sports, everybody that we cover is starting to put together winning streaks when they need to. So it's going to be a fun 2-week ride, I'll tell you that. And good defense on the ball by Zach Morin. 4-year starting center for the football team. He's going to have to play a little overtime duty today. And that's going to go out of bounds. Bulldogs will take it. Slight wind going left to right from Granite Street to the quad. And Cassidy walks it out. Sullivan has it. And he's going to cross midfield with it. Bulldogs on the move, and they complete. Leslie, the intended man, rolls out to the goalie for the Broncos, who flings it ahead. And it ends up in the net of Mitch McLeod, number 33. Sullivan at midfield, doing double duty here. Nice spin move, gets out of it. Creates some space. He's got numbers. First pass, not on the money, but Horton gets it, and it's a nice save by the Broncos. Now, if that pass led him, that would have been a little bit of a better situation. Ball's loose still, and the Broncos are going to come out of it with it. Oh, that's some tough D on the ball by Williams. You're not going to get away easy versus Lance Williams. I don't care what sport you're playing, on this field or in the gym, does not matter. Nice passing, shot, score for the Bulldogs. Number 42, Liam Cody, takes a nice pass in and puts it in the net. Bulldogs 2, and the Broncos 0. And you also got to add the fact that these seniors that are on the field right now, not only are they fighting for playoff positioning, division championships, state championships, their games as a Bulldog are counting down. And they know that. That's in the back of their head, especially players like Lance Williams. He's always laid it just on the line. He's a playmaker. He's a game changer. I don't care what uniform he's bearing. And it was really cool. I thought watching him hand the jersey down to his younger brother, who clearly shows the athleticism and the family genes. But there's just so much on the line for these seniors. Nice shot attempt by the Broncos. Because when this campaign is all said and done, there's no more Bulldog sports. Whether you're moving on or not, it's just not the same. And from long range, pass to the baseline. Shot attempt pretty parallel to the goal. I don't know how that angle would have worked. Cassidy ended up with it. And now number 19 for the Bulldogs, Michael Gervasini. Number 19, ends up in the net of a Bronco, though. So they're going to let their offense catch up and reset here. While they set up, folks, stick around at the half for some prize packs from Jersey Mike Subs in honor of Westerly.Live's 200th broadcast, folks. So make sure you stay tuned at the half. Around the back of the goal, LeBron goes going to try to wrap around, and Wesley D steps in, knocking the ball loose, not even a shot attempt, still loose. Cody Aiden in the middle looking for it, and Morin comes out with it to the baseline, gets slapped loose. Burrillville, a physical team, ends up with it after a nice bump. Down to 5 minutes left in quarter number 1 here. Bulldogs 2, Broncos 0. Broncos getting set here. Definitely not in a rush. Sprint towards it is a wild pass, and all that time for it apparently got deflected. They're going to end up with it. Behind the goal, the Broncos bring it in. Aiden on the ball, up steps Morin, and forced to pass it back out. And ball hits the ground, and that's going to be Toronto with it for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs force the turnover, pass it up top, over the head, and a big hit at midfield. Keeps it for the Bulldogs. That's a nice job by number 10, Tyler Rafferty. Up ahead, 19, wanted to shoot, held back. That's Gervasini. And we got Caleb Williams with it, number 5. Back to Aiden behind the goal. Stop and go, reverses his field. To Williams. Caleb Williams, shot on goal. Goalie doesn't know where it is. Got just enough of it to keep it out for the save. And then flings it harmlessly forward. And it is just up for anyone to grab. And it gets by the defense, though. Not a good situation. Coming up on the goal. And it ends up behind the goal, fortunately for the Bulldogs. Cassidy can set up. Bulldog defender loses his feet. The jump turn and the save by Cassidy. And he covers up. And then he rebound attempts. And that's what I'm talking about. And Gervasini has it. I'll talk about it later. All the way down the field, right till I've taken a beating until he loses his stick. And finally a whistle. And he's going to get subbed out for a minute. That was a little... You got to attempt to go for the net, I am pretty confident. Or at least the upper portion of the stick, I'd imagine. He was just getting whacked at. And it looks to me like the Bulldogs may have taken a timeout. And they have. So at our first timeout of the game, Bulldogs ahead 2-0. It's a physical game. This is a good battle, and that's what I'm doing. Getting to that point in the season, folks. 1 week left in the regular season, at least for lacrosse. Sports vary, but it's the nitty-gritty. This is the down and dirty, what you've played for all year long. If you're a senior, you're also looking at the how many games do I have left factor. So I'll tell you right now, I'm doing everything I can not to lose my voice this week or next week, and time it properly anyway. That being said, this production brought to you in part by Wireless Zone Westerly, authorized Verizon retailer. Repair Zone, cracked screen, new battery, we got you covered. Located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. So the Bulldogs, sticks up, take the field. And we are about to get started in quarter number 2. Like I said, this Bulldog team, just so many weapons. Missing a big one on defense in Matthew Garafola here tonight, and all season they've been playing without Drew Petroska, which is a huge offensive weapon. So if you're just watching them here tonight, you get to imagine to plug them in. And sky's the limit for this squad, without a doubt. Boys and girls lacrosse having a fantastic season. Over at Similori Field, both teams starting to put it together when they need to. And obviously in Federico Gymnasium, the volleyball team doing much of the same from last year. They quietly went just 2 points away from a state championship last year. Lance Williams to pass to Williams behind the goal, Aiden, and he's going to get it in front. Williams, and he comes loose, run down, and picked up quickly by the Broncos. But good speed by number 18 of the Broncos. Now he's just going to slow down Morin on him. Morin squared up and made him reverse his field. Great job defensively. He's going to let his team catch up. To the baseline, he's going to make a shot, and that goes out. Ryder Cassidy will do the honors. 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Pass to midfield. Gervasini reverses his field. And Williams ends up with it. Good defense by these Broncos, and poke check, keeping Aiden out. Finally gets it to the middle. Tough spot. Leslie with a nice catch and shot attempt. Nice defense there by the Broncos. And the Bulldogs with a big hit at midfield. Take the flag. They give you a few. I don't know really what was illegal about it, to be honest with you. But anyway, I have the numbers on that too, and they're good numbers. I like them. The penalty numbers I brought with me. Through 10 games played, penalty minutes against the Bulldogs. Broncos again spreading the offense completely out. I have seen offenses similar to this on like the college level where they line the sidelines. This isn't quite that, but behind the goal, sun's down at the moment. Wind is still blowing. Far corner with it, and now they center it to number 20. Top of the perimeter, shot, long range, doesn't get there, wide left. The Broncos will take the inbound. So the Bulldogs coming in 11-0. Nearest team is Tollgate, 9-2. The Bulldogs dispatched Tollgate, I believe, 11-6 earlier in the season. So that's really a 2-game lead plus the tiebreaker. They do play Tollgate, and then they finish with North Smithfield. They can't afford to have 2 bad games. That would put all their season's work in jeopardy. But if they do the work they need to do against Tollgate, they're in good shape. Shot from long range, wide right. And Cassidy is going to take the inbound for the Bulldogs. What a game he had last time we were here. Pass over the middle, Liam Aiden with it. And he's got wheels, and he's going to get ahead to Williams. Caleb makes the move and gets taken down to the ground by a few sticks. Bulldogs, Aiden ends up with a shot on goal deflected. And that's the horn. First quarter's over. Fortunately, Williams pops up, hobbled a little bit. That's my focus. 1 quarter in the books, though, and the Bulldogs hold a 2-0 lead over the Burrillville Broncos. And make sure, folks, you stick around at the half for some prize packs from Jersey Mike Subs in honor of Westerly.Live's 200th broadcast. That being said, we're going to take a quick break between quarters. I'll be right back.
I didn't say anything, but I'm like,
have to like protein powder and stuff. I vividly remember my
Logan's the guy who just rolls off the shoulder. I don't care what he goes ask for you. That's really didn't She's all late.
All right. Teams getting their final instructions, folks. We are about to head to quarter number 2. Bulldogs hold a 2-0 lead here at South Jerry Field. Come into the game 11-0, putting their undefeated record perfection to the test here versus the Burrillville Broncos, who are up to the challenge thus far. They're a physical team. They're a fast team. It's an exciting game here. No better place to be. Top of the hill on a Friday evening here. Evening start anyway. And like I said, it's crunch time, folks. Play-in week is next week. Play-off weeks after that. Everything comes down to it. And this Bulldog team, a relentless attack. Whether they're missing play, it doesn't seem to matter. In the middle, Lance Williams for the face-off. Nice stat, and he pops away and will take this one, as he does 75.4% of the time. And I was going to throw that stat out through 10 games. So missing one game, 75% of the time, he is in the middle. The Bulldogs get possession. That's incredible. It really just continues to surprise me. Quarterback in football, just you can put him in any position and he's going to do well. And the shot on goal is score as I talk. Bulldogs, another quick one to open the second, just like the first. And that makes it 3-0. So right out the rip in the first quarter and the second, the Bulldogs find the back of the net. I'm talking about his winning percentage. Here we go again, Lance Williams in the middle. That only took 23 seconds, and he runs away with this one. Bulldogs on the move again. And Williams going to shoot long range up and in to the side of the net from range with aim and speed, sniper style, Lance Williams. And the Bulldogs double up their first quarter, and they do it in 34 seconds. That is fantastic. Holy smokes, wasn't ready for that. And that right there, this is a dangerous club, let me tell you. 4-0 Westerly, just 34 seconds into the second. A blink of an eye ago, it was 2-0. Can't imagine how this Broncos team, they have just been shocked into this quarter. In the middle for the third time in 30 seconds. And again, Williams is going to come away with it. That 75 just jumped to like 79. And the pass goes a little bit behind Williams and bumped out of bounds. Broncos have it. Bulldogs pressuring behind their own goal. They're going to get it up ahead, and they connect on this one right in front of the box here. Williams on D at midfield. And strips him of the ball and the stick. Nice clean strip. And Horton has it for the Bulldogs, number 20. And he's had an impressive year, heck of a year. 90 in, and that makes it even better. 5-0 Bulldogs. And they're starting to really spread it out now here. Getting contributions all over the place. I guess I was ready. He was having a good year, even better. He went into the Pontigancy game with 19 goals. I don't know if he added anybody. Assured himself of 20 right there. And face-off number 4, win number 4 for Lance Williams. As the Bulldogs have added 3 goals in a minute about a minute 15 seconds. Williams has it. He'll wrap it around. Williams has it, just not the same one. He's working his way to the middle. And he's got speed, he gets through too. Back pass, wanted to get it to Luzzy. just off the mark, and as is the Bronco pass. It's rolling loose, still loose, and it is picked up but stripped. Caleb Williams on the scene. On the far side of the field, he comes from the other corner, and he's going to take the shot. And it is knocked out from behind. Good defense by the Broncos. A little strip steal on the backswing. And he's working his way around to the far corner. And they lose it. Scoop it back up, though. And he's on the move behind the goal. Looking to get it in front. Pass behind his teammate. Out of bounds it goes. Bulldogs going to have it at midfield. And Michael Jefferson is going to take it in for the Bulldogs. 9:24 to go, quarter number 2. And that pass just behind. Matthew Horton will scoop it up. To Liam Aiden. Cutting in the middle, Luzzy. Done a nice job of finding openings. And the turnaround, trying to find a spot, does. Bounce shot is good. Bounce to the top, just inside the crossbar. Nice shot. Liam Aiden makes it number 6 for the Bulldogs, who have opened up the third on fire. If I'm a Bronco coach, I call timeout and try to stop this freight train from a-rolling. Maybe a little bit anyway, but the Bulldogs back in the middle, and now they're going to put Michael Gervasini in the middle, and he as well. Let me see where these numbers are. Face-offs, he's had a great year as well. 62% coming into a game ago. And the Bulldogs are going to someone's going to get whistled. That is a Bronco. They're just throwing the sticks kind of haphazardly, but it was a Bulldog penalty there. A lot of action next week, folks. Busy all week long. A lot of lacrosse. And the Broncos, they play a patient offense, and they do spread it out. But there's no aggressive cutting in the middle. If there's anything at all, you see what's happening here. You see number 4, but he's not even watching the play. So I can see why this team has struggled offensively. And behind the goal, they go again. I will put credit with our defense. Always knows where to be. They're in the right spot. They're aggressive. Wraparound jump, and it's batted away. Oh, that was a nice pass. Excuse me, that was a jump pass. And ground shot, and it gets to the side, I do believe, of Ryder Cassidy, and the Broncos are on the board. Got to his left between him and the post. Broncos score 6-1. 7:59 to go, quarter number 3. This production, folks, is brought to you in part by Valenti Subaru. Subaru sales and service located at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. Valenti means value. With over 90 years in the auto business, the Valenti family knows how to keep customers happy. Voted Retailer of the Year 2022 by Subaru of New England. Back to the middle we go. Back to Lance Williams we are. And the whistle and the scrum, it's loose. And the Broncos are going to grab one from behind. Aiden pops it loose. And the Bulldogs are going to maybe scoop it up. And this, hey, grabbed it. Rafferty's looking for it here. This is an aggressive Bronco team. I do think we're going to get whistles for pulling a player down. Kind of got hooked into him. Wasn't anything dirty, but it is what it is. You got a 3-man substitution on the Broncos side. And they're going to go live with it. 6-1 here, quarter number 2. Next week is the final week of the regular season for boys and girls lacrosse. To the middle, jump shot. Cassidy with a save. Rebound is loose. Broncos have it. Coming around the back of the goal to the near side corner. Looking to make a move and get around Rafferty, and that's not an easy task. Senior captain has got speed and knows the field, which is so important to make you even faster. A lot of these players know the field. no sports in general. This isn't their only sport for a good majority of these players on the Bulldogs. I am referring. So you got a group of really good athletes from other sports coming together, comprising this lacrosse team. And the pass ahead gets picked off by Cassidy as they were working from behind the goal, trying to get it in front. Lance Williams with a little hucklebuck and gets through 3 defenders, and the pass is up ahead, and the Bulldogs, Sullivan was going to scoop it up. Horton has it, and he gets it to Aiden. Bulldogs regroup. Williams with it, number 1. Halfway through here now. Lance Williams on the near side with it. Stop and go. He's got a lane. No, he's going to hold back. Behind the goal. Aiden's got it. Looking for someone in front. He's going to fling it ahead. Nope, he's going to stop and go, and he gets through 3 defenders and a chance to get the shot off. And the rebound by Horton gets saved and knocked away. There's a whistle on the field. Flag down. And I do believe the Bulldogs should get it. Slash, probably the call there, rightfully so. There's been a lot of it. And here we go, we're off. Horton with it. Lance Williams cutting, he had a minute, he was there for a minute. Rafferty with it, coming our way to Horton. And gets Horton in the middle, nice shot! Lower right pocket, number 20 for his second goal. And that is precision aim, folks, for the underclassman. He's been doing it all year. What a career he's got ahead. And I'll tell you what, you put this together, and that's why they're having the season they're having. 7-1 as the answer to the Bronco goal. And the lead back to 6. Coming into the quarter, the lead was 2, so they're up 4 on the first quarter. And back to the middle is Lance Williams. 5:02 to go, quarter number 2 here, folks. Lance Williams, the winner again. He's won about 90% here tonight. And Caleb Williams with it. Passes ahead. Nice pass to the middle, Luzzy. And the shot is batted down. Nice defense by Burrillville. It's on the ground. And Rafferty, Luzzy comes away with it. Lance Williams going to scoop it up and start over here right in front. I'm going to go with Broncos from now on, so I don't just stutter over Burrillville and Barrington anymore. And the shot from Caleb Williams, lower right, about 120 miles an hour. I don't know, I couldn't see it, but it's the back of the net, 8-1. And the Bulldogs had one. Remember, folks, stick around at the half for some prize packs from Jersey Mike Subs in honor of Westerly.Live's 200th broadcast. So I'm going to go quiet, and you stay tuned as the mastermind owner is going to take over, Shane Belanger. So some fun halftime stuff going on. 4:08 until then. Bulldogs 8-1 lead. Things going well here at Salvador Jerry Field. We're rocking and a rolling here. Hopefully they're doing the same at Similari. And hopefully it's a fun playoff ride. I can't wait. I know this team right in front of us has got 1 goal. And when you pull together 11 wins in a row, unfortunately at that point, anything less than a state title is really, you feel like it's a disappointment. And we got a break in play, a timeout on the field. So that being said, the Bulldogs really have set the standard here of play and on the season. They've gone through their division and defeated everybody in it, including the only two teams who could possibly cause them an issue next week. And so I am just super excited about next week, and we'll see from there. That being said, folks, Kiefer Martial Arts, Kids Karate, you get 2 free weeks and a free uniform. It's an exclusive offer for Westerly Live viewers. Use coupon code Westerly Live at checkout on KiefersMartialArts.com. Bulldogs getting their final instructions. So if we thought it was a busy or exciting week this week, next week is going to be a ride, a roller coaster ride. Put together entire seasons, your entire body of work, and play yourselves in, hopefully, to a good position in the playoffs. I don't want to put out any expectations beyond what I have with this squad, but they exist. So both teams taking the field here. High goal scorers on the season for the Bulldogs. Lance Williams with 22. These are all games short of totals, so I don't have their win versus Pontiac accounted for, and that's a bunch of goals, like 13. So these numbers are a little low. 22 through 10, 32 for brother Caleb Williams. That's pretty impressive. 54 goals through 10 teams by the brothers. Alex Luzzy with 10 goals in 10 games. That's fantastic for a junior. 19 goals coming in. He's got 2 tonight for Matthew Horton. 23 by Liam Cody. Aiden Cody might not get his name announced quite as much, but he does a lot of the dirty work in the middle. Number 35, he's a big body, he's an athlete, not afraid to hit. He's going to head over on the ball right now. I've actually gotten their names confused and butchered them pretty much all season long, which I do apologize for. I do not mean to. I knew them young as PB football players. Fantastic young men, and they sure can put it down here on a lacrosse field. Both of them. Bulldogs try to cross the field. They're going to get possession here. And Bulldogs have it. Bulldogs heading left to right towards the quad. We got 2:36 to go here. Quarter number 2. Tune in at the half, folks. Prize packs, Jersey Mikes. And Horton makes the move, shows off his speed. And defense does a decent job of recovering. He reels back. Gervasini has it. The underclassmen contributions on this team, there's so many of them. And they score so often that I talk too much. And sometimes they score so often I'm not even ready for it. And Gervasini thinking about it from a distance. Horton's going to do it. And just wide right, but it went off the goalie, so the Bulldogs reel it in. Liam Cody, the pass in the middle. Shot. Michael Gervasini. Go Westerly. From the middle, number 19, the freshman. What a season. I mean, we are talking about a freshman. And he gets a lot of playing time. Has a huge role on this team. There's a couple freshmen, obviously. Caleb Williams as well. I don't want to shorten anybody. I mean, I have Matthew Horton down as an active with a freshman contributions. And another face-off Wesley takes. And up ahead, Horton's got it for the Bulldogs. Under 2 minutes and a half. Looking in the middle, not there. Gets it out to Williams in the far corner, makes a move, reels back. Lance has got it. Biding their time, looking for an opening, working the perimeter. Burrillville is not coming up and stepping up with any kind of aggression or physicality or urgency. Aiden working his way around. Excuse me, Liam Brody. See, I just did it again. And the shot, and the score, and that is working hard, boy. Let me tell you, just talking about the brothers right there. That is number 42, Liam Cody, and that's at least goal number 26, I would say, of the season. And what a season he is having. And that puts the Bulldogs to the double-digit mark here. And that gives them an 8-goal second quarter, which followed a 2-goal first quarter. So they had to get a read of the Broncos, had to get a feel, had to get a little stressed out, and that's another Lance Williams win at the faceoff. You're going against this kid one-on-one in pretty much anything. Odds are in his favor. He is just a playmaker and a game changer. And when you can get 75, 80% of your faceoffs go to your team, I mean, that is such a bonus. This is going to be a turnover, and the Broncos are going to have it. Bulldogs again playing shorthanded, without Petrashka as they have all year, but without Matthew Garofalo on the defense, and that's a huge hole that one man can't fill. But they have done a nice job of using several different players to step in against the Bronco offense. And I'm going to be honest, Ryder Cassidy's done a great job. He's had a few tremendous saves, but as far as getting set up and running plays inside and everything, I have not been impressed. And that horn signifies the end of the first half of play, folks. Bulldogs 10, Broncos 1. Stay tuned, folks. Stick around. I'm going to tune out this prize pack from Jersey Mike Stubbs in honor of Westerly.Live's 200th broadcast. I'm signing off for the half, folks. I'll see you at the second half. 10 seconds. Well, within 15, the Bulldogs fire in another bullet, and they tack one on in 15 seconds. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing it to you. Bulldogs sports, Bulldogs lacrosse right now, coming down to the nitty-gritty on the lacrosse field, in the gym, on the baseball field, on the softball field. But right now, this is getting them set up for the last week of the season. They got 2 games left after this, and they're versus the only 2 teams who could catch them. Correction, there's only 1 team with a win today that can catch them, and that would be Tollgate, who sits with 2 losses, and the Bulldogs defeated them. So the Bulldogs would have to lose 2, as well as against them, and then it would come down to some tiebreaker or something. I don't expect any of that. I don't want to talk about it. Wrapping around the D, gets a pass off. Was the intended man, and flies back. Lance Williams scoops it up. Hope everyone enjoyed halftime, and congratulations to the winner of the Jersey Mike sweepstakes. And the Bulldogs on the move here. It's been all Bulldogs on O. And Sullivan with it hits the ground for a second, and he lost it. It's behind him, and Burrillville scoops it up for a moment. Still loose. And it looks like Alex Leslie's got it, and he's going to come away with it. Yes, he is. Gets it over to Horton in the far corner. Coming our way, gets around the defender, but nothing there. Flips it. Williams with a low. You can't get in a better spot than that low left corner. It gets deflected all the way back out, and it's loose. Broncos have it. And just kind of flinging it. 4 nice pass, actually. They don't just kind of fling it at all. Hits their man on a hop, but he's going to reel back and let people catch up. So this Bulldog team here, hopefully they end up 12-0 after today. To get to 12-0 takes so much mental toughness, and obviously you're undefeated. It takes so much grit, takes so much talent, clearly. But what these coaches have instilled in these guys, because I'm going to be real, in the bottom half of this division, below Narragansett, who still sits at 5-6, I'm going to count them. Below Smithfield, there's 3 teams, Westerly, Tollgate, Smithfield. Below that, everybody is sitting at below 500. And that doesn't mean they're not quality athletes in quality games, but that does mean that Westerly didn't succumb to any single trap game that they came to play. They didn't take anybody lightly, and nice save by Ryder. And Morgan's got it, he's going to flip it forward. Rafferty has it, cross midfield, Bulldogs on the move again. That was a beautiful save by Cassidy. And Aiden with a nice move, pass it the last second, Williams shoots, and it bounces back out. Did it go in first, the stoppage of play, and the Bulldogs fans see the sign, it did. Another goal by Caleb Williams. Man, the accuracy of these guys. Couple substitutions, and this Bulldog team, there is no letdown whatsoever. Missing players, doesn't matter. Top of the mountain is definitely within the realm of possibilities for this team right here. In the middle, Michael Gervasini, the freshman, having a great year, having a good year in the middle at faceoffs too. If you're above 50%, you're doing well, and he's mid-60s probably after today. Burrillville's offense itself, once they have the ball and they get set up, they spread everybody out, but then it kind of just stalls itself. And the Bulldogs, with their aggressive style D, they don't really let anything happen, and that's what causes a lot of takeaways. Reverses, shot, and that's a save by the goalie. Williams trying to add another. Oh yeah, I have something here. Athlete of the week, one of these guys should win it. Yeah, here we are. So go on the Westerly Sun, up for this week, Athlete of the Week, Ryder Cassidy, Bulldog Lacrosse Jr., made 30 saves in goal for the unbeaten Bulldogs, best performance of the week. And had an additional 13 in a win against Burrillville. So 78% of the votes have already gone to. Nice hit, but I think that's an offensive. You can't really lower your head and do it. So Ryder Cassidy's got 78% of the votes. There's 4 contestants on a weekly basis for Athlete of the Week. And sniping it, Caleb Williams, nice save by the Broncos. So vote for Ryder Cassidy. Bulldogs fighting for it in a scrum. It is still loose. And Gervasini knocks it back. Aiden kicks it, and Gervasini's going to come up with it. Nice play by Liam Cody. Jeez. Williams falls to the floor. And Cody's going to pick it up, and Gervasini's going to chase it down. So the Bulldogs head across the river to Stonington tomorrow. And I'll give you a heads up, folks, it's a non-league game. It means nothing. And a shot, nice save, shot on goal. Good spot. Nice shot, save. And the Broncos will get started. Once the goalie makes a move here, Bulldogs sort of a full press D, and it works. They get a stick on it, it's on the ground. And on the far side, it's still loose. Squirts in, one of the Broncos has it. So this Stonington team they play tomorrow is in a very difficult conference, in a big, big state, with a lot of lacrosse, and they're doing very well. Picked up by Morin. Going right to left, Morin, the big man with the wheels, right down the middle, winds up, shoots, and it's wide right. So back to Stonington, so Stonington in a very, very difficult division in comparison. And they're having a heck of a year. They got a lot of talent over there, and the game matters. So they have a shot on goal, save, nice pass and shot by Toronto, nice save by the Broncos. But that game matters to Stonington, literally, as though it's a league game for us. It's a non-league game for us. It counts as a league game for them. So they're going to bring out all their starters. I'm sure they'll leave them there. And we're going to have to be ready, certainly. Have only given up 1 goal here tonight. Defense playing fantastic. Rafferty on the far side. Stops, gives it to Horton. It's loose. And he scoops it. Reverse. Nothing there. He gets stuck in the far corner. And he gets it out. Lance Williams with it. And from outside, the shot deflected. Bulldogs should have possession as Liam Cody. Pass to the middle, William Shaco! The right-handed sidearm swing by Lance Williams finds the back of the net from long range, and that taps it to a 12-point advantage. When games reach such an advantage, the clock is stays on a running basis unless there are any timeouts, quarters, or injuries. Gervasini in the middle, the freshman for the Bulldogs. I'm noticing also there's another missing player, I think. I didn't go get an update from the coaches, but I know they're missing Matthew Garafola, and I haven't seen number 13, who's a huge part of their team, Eric Fazzaro, so I'm hoping it's not injury related. Hopefully it's just something else. Or maybe he's been here all night and I just haven't seen him. That could happen too. Williams with it to the top. And sliding shot saved by the Broncos. They're going to flip it up over the top. And they're in the far side of the field, midfield scoop it. Bulldogs. And that's Aiden Cody on D. They're trying to scoop it up on the far side. They got it. They're wrapping around the back of the goal here. Quarter number 3 almost in the books. And they're going to do a wraparound. The jump shot, nice D by McLeod and Aiden Cody. They squeeze in, shot's no good. Bulldogs have it. Little contact in the middle. And now the Broncos have it. Up from behind. And nice D by Morin. So contributions from so many players. And I got to recycle these numbers into my head. The Bulldogs utilize every player. Every player can score. And you see defensive contributions by attackers. You see everything. So it's crazy. I'm glad I finally figured out Aiden and Liam's name at this point for the final run of this season. Little turnover in the middle, and the Broncos are on the run, cruising down the field. And this production is brought to you by Valenti Subaru Sales and Service. Located at Dunn's Corners in Westerly, Valenti means value. With over 90 years in the auto business, the Valenti family knows how to keep customers happy. Voted Retailer of the Year 2022 by Subaru of New England. That's Valenti Subaru. There's a whistle. And we're going to have a multiple substitution here at the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. And clock continues to move along. So the Bulldogs tomorrow in action. And then they're going to get Sunday and Monday off. And that's the big one after that, folks. And we'll be here Tuesday, Tollgate. You can put a nail in it and lock yourself up that first place, the regular season division championship, which comes along with a first round bye. And also the good fortune of playing the lowest seed remaining in your first game. So it means a lot. That being said, man, I looked into the brackets that they dropped on RIL, and just the way they are written out, shot from long range, and a nice save by Cassidy. The way they're drawn out, I mean, if you finish in first and you win your division, you get a first round bye. Absolutely. That's the way it should always be. But the second round, it says, is already being played at a neutral site, which I guess is whatever, but normally it's not until the third round, because that's essentially saying if the Bulldogs, nice save again by Cassidy, if the Bulldogs continue on here, win their division, have a division championship, get the first round bye, they won't get a home playoff game. They won't play here at Salvo Jerry Field at all after the regular season. So I hope I'm reading it wrong, but I don't think I am. You got to go for the title. You got to go for the championship and the week off, and the lower seed. Burrillville pressuring, but the Bulldogs just there. Too much D. They can't get a clean shot off, and when they do, the moving brick wall in Ryder Cassidy between the posts as the third quarter ticks away here, folks. Williams with it in the middle. 6, 5, 4, 3. So we got 3 in the books here at Salvo Jerry Field. Bulldogs doing it all. 13. Broncos just not enough here tonight. 1. We're going to take a quick break and bring you the final quarter.
It was Liam.
What did Liam do?
I don't know if it was
Remember the goalie that wanted to come out of the game?
you called it whatever it was. It was not me that said it.
It was probably Liam.
I don't know.
No, it was not.
And welcome back to all, folks. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, about to bring you fourth quarter Bulldog lacrosse action. The boys lacrosse team doing what they have done all year long. They came ready. They came to play. They hold a 13-1 lead going into the fourth. They're going to have a non-leaguer versus Stonington tomorrow. Non-league for us has no bearing on our playoffs. And however, Stonington it does. So they're going to definitely be bringing a challenge to the Bulldogs. After that, a couple days off, and then the biggie. The one where you can put the nail in it, lock up the regular season division championship. You can lock up your first seed, you can lock up your first round bye, and you can lock up your opponent being the lowest seed available. And that game is going to be on the 16th, and I promise we'll be bringing you that one. That's on Tuesday. A lot of action between the girls lacrosse team having a great year. Playoff bound, third place, second place. Baseball and softball are gelling at the right time to get a ticket to the playoffs. And the volleyball team just doing its thing again. And Williams doing the same, doing his thing again. Just winning, one-on-one. I'm sure he's going to end this year well into the 80 percentile in the middle. I mean, and Liam Cody in from behind, wanted to do a wrapper, only weren't letting it happen. Clean poke check from the outside, winds up, works his way around, and that's not going to happen. Williams will corral it. It's been a great, great night here at Salvo at Jerry Field. It's a beautiful night. And pass to the middle. Luzzy tries to scoop it up late, bobbled at first, couldn't get a good shot. Broncos get the save and will take possession. And the Bulldogs have it again, coming our way, or left to right. Towards the scoreboard, and a shot, and a score. And that's about his third of the day, number 12 for the Bulldogs, the junior, Alex Luzzy. So with 10 minutes left in this one, it looks like the Bulldogs are going to go to 12-0. And then they're going to head to a non-leaguer tomorrow. And they end the season with their two nearest opponents being Tollgate and Smithfield. However, Smithfield has 3 losses already, and one of which, they have 2 league losses, one of which is versus Westerly. So it'd be hard-pressed to put them into the mix, but the Bulldogs with a big scoop at the faceoff, and Williams wins it again. I got the 16th circle. I have all of next week for everybody. Hopefully things are continuing well on the diamond for the boys and girls, but they have both got a couple winning streaks going. Pass to the middle goes a little loose, and the goalie for the Burrillville has it. Can't keep control of it. The Bulldogs are just too quick with their sticks defensively. Number 14 trying to turn the corner with it. Horton chase from behind, crossing midfield. Pass ahead and reverses. A lot of new numbers on the field for the Bulldogs. In the far corner, the Broncos with it. Pass gets behind them. Burrillville, correction, is trying to find something. I mean, their guys are spread. There's just nothing going on in the middle. Absolutely nothing there. Big open spot. Number 9 tries to find it, but they don't find him, and they find themselves stuck outside. And with the Bulldog style D, man, that press D they have, and their poke checks, their physicality, that style of offense will not work. In the far corner, we got number 34 with it for the Bulldogs, Eden Marone. Another Eden. Add to the mix. Under 8 minutes to go, folks, in this contest. And the ball flies out back on the backswing. And Horton picks his pocket. Marone chasing it down, fighting for it on the ground. A physical big body right there and getting driven off a little bit ridiculous. Number 8 on, no flag, whatever. I like physicality, and I'm going to want this team to be physical in the playoffs, which they are. So I'm not going to complain. And the shot by Sullivan saved by the Bronco goalie. Score remains. On the run, and he's going to have to dish it off. And the Bulldogs are in the middle of it. It's loose. The Broncos have it. As they step back and spread out again. And while they spread out, this production, folks, brought to you in part by Wireless Zone Westerly, authorized Verizon retailer, Repair Zone, crack screen, new battery. We got you covered. Located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. That's the Wireless Zone. Under 7 here. Bulldogs came. They saw and they defeated and they conquered. I don't really say that. They did a nice job on a Friday night, shorthanded, missing a defender. No letdown game. There hasn't been a letdown game, at least not enough of one, for them to have a loss on their record. I mean, there could have been a couple that took a little while to get them going. Shot, saved by Cassidy. And that's fantastic that they didn't have one tonight, knowing what they have ahead in Tollgate and Smithfield. And then and that week off is big. A week of rest on your body and let the field slim itself down. It's unfortunate if we don't get an opportunity to see him here. And that shot saved by Cassidy. And it's a weird format if that first place team doesn't get that opportunity to play in front of their home viewers. Up near sideline and a whistle. Timeout Westerly. And that, folks, will stop the clock at 5:29 in quarter number 4. Bulldogs doing what they do, what they've done all year. They're going to go to 12-0, folks. 12-0. That is impressive. If you saw a year ago, and state title aspirations, and they're continuing to build. They're continuing to do it on the field. They got no time for rest whatsoever. They're going to head over the river to Stonington tomorrow for a non-league game, and it's going to be an experience and a test for them. There's no doubt about that. That's all I'll say about that. It can't be a bad thing, really. And then they head to Tollgate and Smithfield, their nearest contenders, to end the season. So there'll be no backing in easy for this Bulldog team, but they've already defeated both of those squads as they get ready to take the field for the last half of the fourth quarter. This production brought to you in part by Kiefer Martial Arts, folks. Kids Karate, 2 free weeks and a free uniform. That's an exclusive offer for Westerly Live viewers. Use coupon code Westerly Live at checkout on KiefersMartialArts.com. So I hope everyone had fun at the half. To the lucky winners from Jersey Mike's gracious contest giveaway. And here we go, folks. Bringing on the whistle. Westerly.live. We will be back in action on Monday. And from there on, folks, the heat is on. And Bulldogs working the perimeter a little bit, and that pass almost picked off. And number 24, Thomas O'Keefe for the Bulldogs, is going to grab it. From the top, number 2, sniper shot, no save. And number 2 is Drew Petrosky, but that can't be number 2. They must have JV number, and 2 players wearing that number. O'Keefe with it for the Bulldogs. Pass to the middle goes between a couple of the Bulldogs. They run it down. Thomas O'Keefe scoops it up. And now there's no rush, clearly, if you're a Bulldog. I mean, if you add up their scores, which I'm not going to do, frankly, because maybe next game. But their differential is absurd. It's not even realistic. And pass in front, shot on goal. And that's a nice save by the Bronco goalie. But they've scored a lot more than their opponents. 2 down, 1 hit, no flags. A whistle, however. And the Bulldogs are going to grab it. Behind the goal, quick pass inside, gets batted down, it's loose. And the goalie gets it. And a whistle, not sure what that is. Up over the top, and McLeod's gonna challenge. Pass over the middle, not on the mark. Gets through to the back, and the Broncos scoop it up. Bulldogs defense done an excellent job. Nice defense, forces them to the ground, no whistle. Thomas O'Keefe getting involved with the poke check, alters the shot, and that is Dylan Tallerty in the goal for the Bulldogs. Been for the entire quarter. Bulldogs in good position in the goal. A fantastic goalie as far as Cassidy, and an excellent backup who's gotten a lot of experience in being Dylan Tallerty this season due to the scores. And that could come in handy in playoff time. The Broncos looking to add have been unable to do so. Mitch McLeod has done a nice job helping fill the absence. And that gets just by McLeod. And a nice save by Tallerty for the Bulldogs, holding the Broncos to 1, and we got 1.5 to go. And that's what I'm talking about. When you have a backup goalie, you can do those things. This team, they have the weapons, they got the pieces, and they've been putting the puzzle together all year. And now they're going to get rewarded with, hopefully, with the return of Drew Petrashka, and pass up in front of the goal. Tries to bat it in. To the ground he goes. We are under a minute. We're trying to add one. Toronto was the intended guy. Broncos come away with it. Well done. Certainly no letdown game. Certainly no trap game. Folks, with the schedule the way it was, with the record the way it was, and with the talent the Bulldogs have, any one of these games could have been a letdown game where the opponent shocked them and squeezed one out and put a chip in the Bulldogs record. Long distance shot from way, way out there. The Bulldogs defender out there steps to the back of the goal, and that'll make 2 on the board for the Burrillville Broncos, and that will also be the final of this one, folks, as the clock clicks down to under 10 seconds. So the final here at Salvo Jerry Field on this beautiful Friday night is going to be Bulldogs 14, Burrillville Broncos 2. Bulldogs head to Stonington for a non-leaguer tomorrow. The non-league has no bearing on the playoffs. And then the 16th and 17th, the big ones, Tollgate, Smithfield. Next week, playoffs on the line, all the teams, all the action. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, signing off till Monday, folks. This has been brought to you in part by Wireless Zone, Valenti Subaru, Kiefer's Martial Arts, Coastal Graphics, Remy's Cycle, Teddy's Toys, McQuaid's Ace Hardware, and Nancy Siciliano of Ocean Front Homes. See you Monday, folks.